of the hour here in the CNN Newsroom. I'm Erica Hill in today for Frederico Whitfield. Thanks so much for joining us this hour. We do begin this hour with yet another close call in America's skies. FAA officials are investigating a near collision between a Southwest Airlines plane and a fighter jet in Southern California on Friday. Now, according to a flight tracking site, the 737 was just 6 minutes into its flight from Burbank on its way to Las Vegas when it dove to avoid a privately owned fighter jet crossing its path. Two Southwest flight attendants are being treated for their injuries, and the passengers were hurt. This certainly, though, raises a number of questions. CNN safety analyst and former FAA safety inspector David Soucie is with me now. We heard the accounts from passengers in there, the fact that this, the maneuver that the pilot had to make, how quickly the flight dropped. I mean, what are your initial questions when you see how this played out?
Well, the first thing I want to point out is that the TCAS-B system that's there, the collision avoidance system, worked. That's what's primary. However, that system is the last-ditch effort. That's the last thing that's there to protect the passengers. So it got through a lot of other safety issues before it got there. So that's one of the things that I would look at right away is, did they have everything they needed beforehand?
In terms of having everything you need beforehand, how does it happen that first of all, I have separate questions that we'll get to about how it's a privately owned fighter jet, but that's coming up later in the segment. How do you get to the point where this private plane gets in the way of a 737? Is this an air traffic control issue?
Absolutely, it is. The fact that this is a busy corridor, this is a major corridor, and high-speed transportation goes through there all the time. The fact that this jet, which is a 1960s Hawker jet, ex-military, it's really a contract jet at this point, and how that got into that airspace and why it was flying in that airspace, there's a lot of questions need to be answered about why that happened in the first place, and that would have prevented it if we had more strict regulations and protocols with the FAA in that area.
So in terms of those strict regulations and protocols in that area, are you talking about the area of private planes or just the area, sort of geographic area?
Well, I'm mostly talking about the corridors, the takeoff and landing corridors. It could be Burbank, it could be any other high-speed airport where they're taking off with commercial airplanes. That has to be much more strictly controlled.
Mm-hmm. And when we talk about a privately owned fighter jet, as you noted, this is a jet from the 60s, but still, the fact that maybe this is my own naivete, I didn't know that one could buy a fighter jet.
Yeah, it's actually been around for quite some time, and they're experimental aircraft typically, but if they're under contract with the government, sometimes they use them just for testing radar, for example. Mm-hmm. They'll contract out someone to fly the flight paths and make sure that the radar is operating properly. And I used to do certifications on these jets. They get modified sometimes. Other times they're just put back to restoration condition. So they're perfectly safe to fly. They have certifications. They're ready to fly. But the fact is, the TCAS that's in there, we were fortunate that it had it because it's not required of these other jets. They can fly them privately without having collision avoidance systems. So that's where we really got lucky on this one, that it actually had that, so that the airplane knew that it was coming at it.
Yeah, certainly the fact that it is essentially optional. There has been, I mean, look, I fly a lot. I was on a plane yesterday. It is something how there's always a question, right? When one of these incidents happens, are things changing in the air? Are we somehow less safe? Is it that we know more about these incidents than we did perhaps in years past? For people who see this, though, there is an increased anxiety now around flying based on what we've seen over the last number of months. I'm thinking, of course, of that tragic plane crash in Washington, D.C. in just January. Is there reason for increased concern, you think, around passengers? Are we less safe in this moment?
Well, I'll tell you, my biggest concern, I don't feel like we're less safe at this moment. However, my big concern is that we've continually increased the traffic. There is more and more and more going on in the airspace above us. I think the FAA has to take charge. They are the ultimate control over this airspace. They can stop flights from happening. They can restrict airspace with high traffic areas. They're not doing that. They really need to step forward with more strict protocols. The buck stops with them, and that's where it has to happen. And yes, it does need to happen before we get more and more of these incidents. But as far as, are we safe? Yes, we're safe. these are indicators that we look at in the FAA to say, where do we need to improve? Where do we need to get better? And these do happen, and they deserve this extra attention that we're putting on them, because we need to put pressure on Congress and on the FAA to take action about this overcrowding of the airspace.
David Soucie, always good to have your insight and your expertise. Thank you.
Thank you.